Hello everybody, Signesk111 here, and welcome back to more Not For Broadcast. In case you're wondering what I've been doing this past break between episodes, I've been watching the rushes of all of the variations of the finale broadcast I've had so far. Well, all of them except for the one I had in the Support Neither run, where both Alan James and Jeremy Donaldson are dead. And I've been thinking a lot about how I want to deliver my message to you that I was planning to do in the last part. In the lockdown episode, there are 8 different endings featuring Megan Wolf that can happen depending on how you treat your family members. And in the last run, where I supported neither Advance nor Disrupt, I attempted to get the musical Megan ending where Megan sings you a little song about how well you've been treating your daughter. But unfortunately, during the tight Christmas day, I got into a big fight with Chris, and that caused Susie to not ask me about her vacation that she was planning to go on. So, I'm going to try my best to not get it this run. Okay, if I remember correctly, I did not give Chris my passport on day 6. So, if all goes to plan, I should already be en route to making the musical Megan ending happening. Yeah. Okay, I don't know when this next day is gonna... Okay. That rotating eye on the tower, when it freezes, it makes me think that I'm about to progress through the days and to the next broadcast eventually. But that can only happen when... But I'll know that that is really going to happen when the loading music stops playing and some sort of weird radio static noise is heard. But given that I'm recording this with my headphones down here, with a stapler between them, I don't know if you can hear any of that good. Although, given that I've watched the video footage on YouTube when my videos were uploaded, I've thought about them being okay enough for your ears. But yeah, this loading thing is taking a bit longer than it usually does. So, I'm going to skip ahead to the next day, and I will see you when I get there. Okay, so I got the thing signifying that we are now on day 15, a late night. And, like a few times before, it's going to take a little while for the picture to come into view. And as always, there are going to be a few audio glitches here and there, so apologies for that as well. Anyways, I've seen that before. You arrive home after another long shift to find a note waiting for you on the countertop. You recognize Sam's hurried scrawl. Chris has been evicted for not paying rent. I know where this is headed, alright. And, don't wait up. Okay. Sam's gone to pick up Chris's stuff from the street. Don't wait up, underlined twice. So this is your fault now, is it? Yes. Luckily placed prey on the cheap horror film you were going to watch together. He used to absolutely terrify you as a kid, but always makes the two of you laugh. It's not the same without Sam, but you still chuckle to yourself occasionally. Just as you get to the good bit, the part where Candy decides to investigate alone, your 14-year-old son interrupts. He wants to go to a friend's house. He looks at you in a way only a child can, pleading but somehow defiant. Oh, man. But I'm still gonna tell Charlie no, despite him wanting to go. Charlie's voice gets louder and louder as he sees you're not going to change your mind. You pretend that it's for my own good, but really you just want to be left alone. I effing hate you. He hesitates. He knows he's gone too far, but in his rage can't bring himself to calm back down. Before you can open your mouth, he storms up the stairs and slams his door. I'm gonna give him some space. In the morning, you knock on your son's door. There's no reply. Going in, you see his bed is empty and the window is wide open. That cheeky little. When Charlie comes home that night, you ground him until further notice. He has to accept that there are consequences to his actions. Yeah, I'm gonna choose the most tame options possible leading up to this point, because I don't want to risk Susie not asking me about the holiday like I did the last run. Day 48. A tight Christmas. You can't help but crack a smile as you look around the table. Or a road. The snow has settled on the grass outside. The kids are pulling a cracker while your elderly mother tries to keep her eyes open. You did always have a soft spot for Christmas. You're sitting at the head of the table now. Your dad's place. It's been a tense afternoon. Everyone can feel it. It's the first time you've seen Chris since you refused to part with your passport. It's a big change for Sam. The two siblings used to be inseparable. But come on, Chris is usually such a nice time of the year. The clatter of cutlery is all that can be heard as Chris stares pointedly at you. Are you having a nice Christmas, Grandma? Your mother stares vacantly at you, confused. She comes back to herself with a start of recognition. Yes. Thank you, Alex. It's lovely, she murmurs. It's been happening more and more lately. The clatter of cutlery is all that can be heard as Chris stares pointedly at me still. I'm going to make a toast. You stand and raise your glass. Merry Christmas, everyone. I'm glad we're all here. There are murmurs of cheers and much clinking of glasses. Chris doesn't move. Yeah, we're all here. No one thanks to you. Or no thanks to you. I'm sorry. Chris, sighs Sam. Come on now. It's Christmas. Can't we put that behind us? I've learned from my mistake. Sam's right. Let's try and enjoy ourselves. Oh. I have a feeling that I'm going to get that ending to the lockdown episode. Chris turns away from you, taking some frustration out on a cheap cut of roast chicken. Your daughter, Susie, seizes the opportunity to corner you. You know how you love me? You chuckle. This sounds familiar. I'm not going to like this, am I? You joke. Susie rolls her eyes. You know me and my friends are planning on going traveling this year? Susie begins innocently. Well, I was hoping you'd help me with the money. She's interrupted by Chris, who makes a derisive snort. I wouldn't hold your breath, Suze. Not known for your generosity, are you, Alex? Still learning my lesson. We'll see so many parts of the world and learn so much about other cultures, Susie gushes. You sigh and lower your voice. You know money is really tight now that Grandma's staying here. We just don't have that kind of money, Suze. But please, Harriet's parents are helping her. Alright, fine. We'll find a way to make it work. Wait. I'm hearing the fight version. My current wealth is selling a kidney? And Sam is interrupting, saying, Sorry, were you going to consult me on this, or were you going to just carry on pretending I don't exist? You feel your cheeks flush red and turn away so Chris can't see. You know you haven't been the most attentive lately, but this rebuke still seems harsh. Sam exhales and seems to brighten, but luckily for someone, I agree. This is a great opportunity and I'm sure we can find money somewhere. Sam's not looking at me. Charlie excuses himself awkwardly as you start to clear the plates in silence. Have you had a nice birthday, Pat? Your mother chimes in cheerfully. Merry effing Christmas. And also, I've been noticing this glare on my iPhone from the brightness of the text and how I've been smearing the camera lens to get a clear view of my monitor every so often. I'm sorry if you can see that, guys. Day 63, a welcome windfall. Leafing through the pile of accumulated post, new bill pulls on my gut like a lead weight, till a flash of blue makes me pause. Recognizing the teal advance logo on the envelope, you tear it open. Dear Winston residents, thank you for sending us your passports for approval. We can now confirm the receipt and validation for the new Assets and Wealth Redemption Scheme. This is going to make the last month of arguments with Sam worth it. As such, it is my pleasure to enclose a check which we hope you will see as a symbol, not only of our gratitude to you, but of our unwavering commitment to creating a society free of inequality. The throbbing of your fresh, speed-induced paper cut is the only reason you can believe you're awake. A check! And a sizable one at that. Chris was right. Advance really are redistributing wealth. We will continue to strive for the betterment of this nation and its people. Forwards, together. Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement. The weight of your financial burdens lessens slightly. It's bliss. And I can tell that I've gone up to something. Okay, what did I go up to? Things are looking up. Why does the zip on this damn case never close? It's your anniversary. Every year you and Sam go away for the weekend. Usually camping. You're not made of money. You've been looking forward to it for ages. Finally getting some time alone together where you can forget about the noise of life. No kids, no work. Just a bit of romance and some peace and quiet. The zip finally gives up the battle and you drag the bulging case down the stairs. But the answering machine says, "Good evening, Alex. This is Mr. Bozeman. I'm calling to inform you that you will be required to work this weekend." Some information has come to light regarding the rising tensions between our nation and foreign powers, and the National Nightly News team will be working around the clock to ensure we break the story first. Needless to say, I will expect your attendance tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. sharp. Have a pleasant evening, Alex. Shock turns into annoyance, then fury. Sam comes downstairs, brimming with excitement. Kissing you, they grab the car keys from the dish and start to load your bags into the back. Well, things haven't been looking up for me and Sam lately. But should I really ignore Sam and go into work? I'm gonna ignore the message once again. I need some more. Oh wait, I'm gonna lose money, I think. Crap, I forgot about that. Woe is me. Oh wait, I didn't lose money? I'm still at things are looking up. Okay. Whatevs. But at day 75, an unwelcome return, Bozeman is very disappointed, Winston. So says the note. Oh. Okay, so I do lose money after all. I forgot it was on this day, and not the last. Day 98. A permission slip. Your son, Charlie, hovers at your elbow as you read, "Do you find yourself striving to achieve? Are you an active member of the team? Do you like reaping the benefits of cooperation? Join the Advanced Go-Getters today. Forwards together. This doesn't sound like the youth club he told me about. Charlie grabs the flyer from you and he thrusts the form into your hand. So I can walk there straight from school and Ben's sister can drop us home after. So you won't have to do anything. Well, this is the support both run, so obviously I have to be in support of Advance, as well as Disrupt. But I guess we'll see who prevails in the end. Alan James tickets. Some guys at work gave them to me. They can't go. Sam stands in front of you, brandishing 2 tickets. You see the title in bold letters. Alan James is right. In front of you. I'm really unsure. What do you think? Shall we go? Well... Well, this is the support both run, so I obviously have to support Disrupt. The show is entertaining, but much less funny than you thought. He's a powerful public speaker and something about it sticks in your mind. Lying in bed that night, wide awake long after Sam's breathing turns heavy, it hits you. It was the crowd. Not laughing, but roaring. Roar. Day 110. A profitable partnership. After a particularly long day at work, you come home to find the post sorted into piles, as Sam has taken to doing recently. Most of it is the usual rubbish, but a letter with the increasingly familiar Advanced logo and urgent, respond immediately, plastered on the front in a correspondingly urgent red font grabs your attention. Best to get it over with. Dear Winston residents, this letter is to inform you that the Advanced government has taken another step towards our fight for equality. By nationalizing the largest private corporations and redistributing their resources among the citizens of this great country, the Partnership Bonds program ensures that wealth created by the people is delivered to the people. I don't really care if I mispronounce things anymore. I just want to get this run over with. It's the last one, after all. Every household will become a partner in one of 3 carefully selected institutions, chosen by Advance for consistent high performance and financial security. Please note, all returns are based on public opinion and cannot be guaranteed. Please select one of the following. Neil's Deals Unlimited. Neil's Deals... That's a blooper and a half. Neil's Deals Limited. It's always a steal from Crazy Neil. Thank you for making your decision. For selection, please return this form using the envelope provided. You will receive a report from your partnerships in 3 to 6 working months. Seems even Advance can't defeat the quagmire of governmental bureaucracy. The future of this nation is in partnership. Forwards together. Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement. Just how much influence can I have? Possibly. Okay. We are finally getting to a broadcast. I will see you once it starts up, everyone. Okay, I just had to wait until the loading screen showed up before we went to the broadcast immediately. And I believe this broadcast should be starting momentarily, given that the music has stopped and this loading screen has now ended. It's day 153, The Tempest.
Good evening, Alex. It's Bozeman here, your boss. While you're powering up and getting the adverts loaded,
Well, I don't want to risk Bozeman getting mad at me for turning the phone off prematurely.
You still have a free choice for the other 2, so read those take labels carefully, but make sure you play the advanced advert, preferably at the second break.
like so. Advanced transition is at the second break. That's a check.
Apparently he has a complicated relationship with his friend. Sorry, are you saying... Sorry, are you saying he chose his imaginary friend in the sky? I don't know why I talked to you. You're probably just a little bit of a dick.
10 seconds, everybody. Like I said, all of you.
Did your personality actually slip out?
Pricks. Going in 5, 4.
All right, going in on Jeremy.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolf. Our main stories tonight.
Uncooperative. A mysterious symbol has appeared overnight on thousands of buildings throughout the capital.
Tonight,
I think this is the one that makes Disrupt look bad, and this is the one that makes Disrupt look good.
What this mysterious symbol might mean.
Okay.
After 3 months of record-breaking approval ratings, could this be the daring first move of a silent resistance movement? And what would that mean as we go into the future?
We shall overcome. Trapped in Dante's taint for more than a month now, Doctors Ingrid Svorsborg and Horgensford and David
Still don't like the beeping sound the headline system makes.
Possible options.
With 2 of the finest minds in science working together, hopes are still high for the eventual return of the team to dry land.
Without enough engineers to successfully fix their craft, the team seem likely to attempt to farm the cavern's ecosystem while they wait for rescue from above ground. I think I'll stick to risotto, Jeremy.
Labat avoided. As the last Mr. Snugglehugs is found and destroyed, we ask, how can we have been so blind?
This is bad. This is
The
good.
station wisely chose not to advertise Mr. Snugglehugs, and the subsequent disappointing sales
Right.
turned out to be a miracle.
I was too busy supporting both to play the Mr. Snugglehugs advert. I'll have you know.
How worse could it have been? Thankfully, we'll never know.
Right.
Who mobilized numerous government resources to recall the product immediately after the first blindings, said today the new advance mark, which must be earned by all new products, will be a 100% ironclad guarantee of safety and quality.
Fallen angel, notorious addict Johnny Hansleeve seems to have reached a new low in his battle with booze, as this recent picture reveals.
Johnny's star certainly lacks his former glow these days.
I've already done banned from the national squad, so I'm gonna take him to rehab this time.
Let's hope that the team at the Gentle Touches Rehabilitation Centre can help Johnny get back to his former glory. Johnny's family have asked for privacy during this difficult time. We'll have reporters at the clinic around the clock, so you don't miss a thing.
Is his once celebrated role model about to become the bad boy of sports?
And radical...
I don't know about that, Jeremy.
In an attempt to put the Mr. Snugglehugs disaster behind them, Remington's Fist CEO Sophia Remington today announced a surprising new project that already has the markets raising an eyebrow.
Known for taking risks and bold strategies,
Already did the moves.
the adventurous CEO be leading the business giant down a dark alley, or taking it to a new level of success.
The manufacturing giant promises that the Junior Employment Opportunity Scheme will not only increase employment but also productivity. But critics are speaking out against what they're calling child labour. The scheme
Yeah, that would be child labor in my opinion.
lots of little hands
I hate to tell you that, Miss Remington.
With that exclusive prime ministerial interview coming up later.
And our very own Patrick Bannon live at the first annual Sports Board final.
You won't want to miss a second of tonight's
National Nightly News.
National Nightly News.
But first tonight, while Advance is certainly proving popular with the majority of the country, who've seen their wealth and standards of living increase considerably, for some, the transition has not been as pleasant.
That's right, Megan. The formerly aristocratic members of our society have had to make major adjustments to come to terms with the new regime.
Robin Short is in suburbia investigating rumours that these previously privileged people may be planning some kind of protest. Robin?
Thanks, Megan.
Robin Short.
I'm here in moderate Hatching to talk to Wentworth and Penelope Somerset Bentley, who were relocated to the house you see behind me after Advance passed the Assets and Wealth Act on their first day in office. Tell me, how are you settling into your new lives?
Well, quite frankly, Robin, we're not settling in at all. Our my neighbours are whitewatters.
It's simply untenable. I hope you'll forgive my language, but this is steaming as a Wednesday hatch basket with too much spatting.
Steady now, Penelope. Sorry, Robin, my sister's under a lot of pressure. She had to dress herself this morning and she still hasn't quite recovered, Robin.
My goodness, that must have been quite a shock.
She really struggles with women's, Robin.
Well, at least you've been rehoused in a nice big house. Big house? This grubby little gander spatch only has one staircase.
And the breakfast room and the dining room in the same bloody place. Imagine that. And everyone's squad in one room. One room, Robin.
So what would you say to the people that feel
One
that
womb,
your
Robin.
far too easy for far too long, and that these redistributions are both fair and just? I hardly think we've had it easy for fuss's sake. Only one of our swimming pools was even heated. But realistically, what can you do?
Well, you've asked the right bloody question, Robin.
Thank you, Edward. I wasn't the youngest ever editor of the Swinstead Middle School Enquirer for no reason. I think I told
White.
you was from Swinstead. Dear George. Oh, I wonder what happened to him. I remember. Daddy tried to shoot him in the buttocks and he ran off into the woods. Yeah, that's probably my last happy memory.
My hand is kind of blocking the view of the sensor bar.
But what can you do?
We will rise and rebel. We wage war on our revolting rulers with righteous words and rebellious writings. Our best guess in our quest to redress is to divest our breasts and undress bare just protest.
Oh, what was that?
Oh dear.
Daddy, it's something! Please don't do that. We can't show this on the news.
Right, you buggers! Carry on! Tilly! Get the dog!
Tilly's our mummy. She's proper cracked off too. Well, at least you are showing some shame.
Free at last!
Oh goodness.
Glad to meet you. See, the protest has started already. Nice sharp work, boy. He gets that from me, you know.
But forgive me, what are you trying to achieve here? We just want to be footing well heard, that's all.
Language, Penelope. We are news, not rules.
Sorry, Daddy.
We want the world to realise we won't roll over and run away. We will revolt. We will rise again. Yes, we bloody well will. Stop that pip-pop.
Are you okay? Daddy, how could you?
Shut up and get your
Well, Jeremy, Megan, as this embryonic protest movement takes one of the topics, it's back here in the studio. I'm Robin Short, struggling surreptitiously in moderate hatchings.
Thanks, Robin. Well, that's certainly a story we want to be keeping an eye on, eh, Megan?
Speak for yourself there, Jeremy, but
Just be prepared for more pixelation during this next section.
But can a naked protest movement ever really count?
Even though I don't think I pixelated,
When we do things in this country?
I don't think I pixelated any of this interview when they took their clothes off
a very different place.
Yes, but
during my disrupt run.
run around naked in our weather.
Well, hopefully not you, Jeremy.
Yes, well, there wouldn't be enough canvas for the slogans.
Right.
When we come back, our very own Patrick Bannon will be live from the Sports Board Finals. So stick around, you won't want to miss it.
We'll be back after these messages.
1 minute back.
Sorry, I'm not sick.
This is
Okay.
extra exciting bed and crazy cushion.
Another Crazy Neil advert.
We're going to give you crazy bed prices. You want just a mattress. We're going to ship them their water damage. And we don't mean a little like drizzle. We mean soaking. They're taking up space. This has got the crazy feel.
Alex, Bozeman, we're getting reports in that naked protesters might try and spoil the sports board final by waving their fleshy bits about. Try and make sure you don't broadcast it. It's 6 p.m. for God's sake. No one wants to see fannies on the news. Bozeman out.
Mikey Neil this Easter. Don't be lazy. Let's
Yeah, no one wants to see fannies on the news at all.
You want to sleep on your
Quick fun fact.
We have even
Many of you will be
for free. You need a sleeping bag. We
surprised to know that this game was made by
bag you could sleep it upside down.
the development team, Not Games, in the UK.
You got piles. We got
And in the UK, fanny would mean a woman's vagina,
because he could
while in America, it would mean a person's buttocks.
hard. They're going to look flatter than an elephant in a pancake throwing competition. It's an Easter deal with deal appeal. You want to come down and arm wrestle me?
Welcome back to the National
Just
Night.
thought I'd throw that bit of information out right
Coming
now.
up later, we'll be speaking care facilities, transition centres.
Nice to see they care.
You're absolutely right, Jeremy. But first, we're going now to our own Patrick Bannon, who's reporting live from the finals of the new game that's gripping the nation.
Sports board.
Patrick?
That's right, Megan. You joined me live here for the final of the first annual Sports Board Championship. It's been a hotly contested competition so far. I think it's fair to say these two have been dancing around each other all season. First up, we have Ellie Striker. She's the more experienced of our two players today. Striker has got an accuracy of 7, a danger rating of K, and a 12-month driving ban. Striker's known for her signature move of the year, alright? Hamster.
Damn, why do we
Facing her tonight.
keep switching to the other player so early?
And a divorce pending. It's Mr. Wingspan himself, Tommy, the fingernail Harris. Just wait on the ref now. The slapping ceremony is taking part. Still going on.
I think I can feel like I'm handling this phone much worse than I have been doing in previous not for broadcast runs.
Eddie Striker. Nice start there for Striker. She's determined not to let the nerves show. Not up to last time. On to Mr. Harris now. Tommy.
Harris.
Not a bad shot there from Harris. Back to Striker. For shot number 3. All right. She's gone to sort of throwing under her legs. Not bad if you ask me. To Harris. Bit of business with the ref, but it got sorted out. Back to Harris now. The ball in the hand is worth 2 in the bush.
Sure is. Oop.
I'd say that's fair, but what do I know? Oh no, and Harris.
Oh, into the bucket it went.
So really not a good start there for Tommy Harris in round 1. We can only hope that round 2 treats you a bit better. But first, of course, after the argument in the ref section, it's time to change ends. Now we have the ceremonial changing of the ends. And of course, now they go back to the starting positions, as that makes sense. Striker giving it large. Second round, Harris. Winter round 2 now with Harris okay.
Here they come.
Streaker on the pitch. Apologise if we broadcast any of that stuff. She appears to have slogans across her breasts and arse. Try and ignore all of that. Security, I'm sure we're going to take them out as soon as possible. Apologise if we broadcast any of that, as I said.
No.
As soon as possible.
Okay.
Trying to carry on play, but it's probably a bit difficult, and I'm struggling to follow. 'Cause it's quite
Yeah, I can clearly see it on my iPhone.
great. Okay, so back into round 2 now, and Harris absolutely determined to close that massive gap.
Okay.
Eddie Striker. No, it's just some of the tightest play I've seen ever. Harris. And with an offensive thumb screw, he answers out with the heat. What a brilliant move. Back to Striker. And we know
Ground sound.
Excellent bit of play here on both sides of the bucket. I don't know about you at home, but I'm finding the technical mastery of this play here absolutely blooming jaw-dropping. The ref has spotted something in Harris's neck or head. And Harris is having an absolute shocker. What a miserable start there for Tommy Harris. But he is a late bloomer, of course, we always said that. And after all, it is a game of 2 halves. 4 rounds and 7 subcompanies. But now, of course, it's time for the half-time show. Sponsored by Bloomington's Fish. Must be some music here to start.
Okay.
Okay, another cross protest.
Now they're ruining the halftime show.
Do our best to shield you from having to look directly at it. Is running around here with his genitals on
Oh,
display for all to see.
egg.
And ruining what was shaping up to be quite the dance interlude there. Now he's thrusting himself in Harris's face. Security's on it.
Yeah.
And the bucket has been knocked over. I cannot stand it when the bucket gets knocked over.
And just a reminder, the audience is on hard. So it will be depleted quickly if I screw up
Sunday morning.
too much and too long.
And out of there, hopefully taken away, never to be seen again.
Right. Here's hoping.
We cannot be at the final pose.
And because we're not psychics, we can't. Nor are we mind readers.
Well, that ball boy's giving me the eye all day. What's going on? Striker there, not a great start. She looks a bit flustered, I think, after all that swinging around. Back to Harris here. Caught what I wouldn't give to be that ball. Am I right, ladies? Tommy Harris. And it dribbled down his arm, which is actually a really good move, because of course if it dribbles down his arm and goes on the floor, it's not going in the bucket. Back to striker. And striker's gone for the animal bonus there, but of course perhaps... And yes, Harris has counted with a tiny bell. That is wonderful play. Of course we've seen that before. Look at her face. She is absolutely gutted. What a mug. That could have been the clincher. What a massive shame.
Harris possession now.
Harris to serve now. Harris, of course, undefeated by Kestrel in his last 4 battles. So, here we go. Tommy Harris. That's all right. Not bad there. He threw it quite far away from him, which is quite a good idea. Very clever there.
Okay.
Perhaps a little contact caution from the referee, who's being, if you ask me, a little bit harsh. Ellie Striker.
Striker's turn.
And she's letting the nerves get to her. What the hell was that?
It went into the bucket.
You cannot believe it.
Oh, naked protesters once again.
I don't know what I could be doing about this. I mean, they're sort of breasts and genitals all to see. I mean, there's only so much you can do. They're sort of everywhere.
There's only so much I can do too.
I'll try and carry on. The players are trying to carry on, but of course it's difficult because these protesters, hopefully we can get them taken off soon so we can carry on with the match. What's going on here? Yes. Yes, very good. Take it away. Bloody wasters. Absolute wasters. Jog on.
Alright, we're good now.
Okay, and now we're going to go into the final round. And of course, as it's a Tuesday, the final round is a mime round. Who could believe it? Nice imaginary shot there from Harris. He really took over at this point.
I can feel my thumb getting numb again.
The bucket getting moved back to its proper place. About time, if you ask me. She's juggling it around from her hands. And she's put it in her mouth like as if it was an egg. And now she's and she's spat it out. She did the egg spit. So a wonderful move there, quite late on from striker. But she's in it to win it. On it like a car bonnet. Tommy Harris having a bit of beef. And he's peeling it as if it were a banana, which is an interesting move. Not sure if he had any potassium or what's going on today with Harris. And he's throwing it at the banana with the ball. What a fantastic move there from Harris. Unfortunately, that is the end. What a pathetic. There we go, Jeremy. That is over. How can he look his 8-year-old son in the face tonight? What a lump. We just have to wait for
What a lump indeed.
make sure it is all official.
Contestants in, please. And the winner of the first annual Sports Board Championship is
Everyone! Me included this time.
Everyone, including me as my 15th win of Sports Board Championship. I'm going to be celebrating tonight with my wife and children. Another wonderful victory for me. Here come the on-site security to collect their medals. They're 6th and 7th respectively. And thanks again for watching the...
Yeah, they deserve a medal too for how they handled those naked protesters.
Looking forward to celebrating tonight. And all I know is left to say, Jeremy, is back to you in the studio.
Patrick Bannon had an extraordinary final.
Historic sports board, Jeremy.
I didn't know you were a fan.
Yeah, I can wrench a doubler with the best of them, I'll have you know.
I certainly wouldn't bet against you.
When we come back, I'll be talking live with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement, who apparently have a big announcement you wouldn't want to miss.
That's coming up after these messages. That's coming up.
1 minute
Right.
back.
Fucking microphone shot me.
Are you worried about being a burden on your children? Are you scared of a long, painful decline in your final years? Of being
Can hold my phone with my right hand for a few moments so I can regain feeling in my left hand. And I got a segment grade of C.
Spark. Nothing to worry about. Happens all the time. Dave got shocked into a coma last year, but he was up and at 'em the next day. Anyway, our compensation package is parallel to none. Good luck. Bozeman out. End of your stay.
Okay, I don't think I've heard that dialogue from Bozeman before. And it was because the electric shocks got disabled, so I would presume that it would have...
Our expert legal team will help you make all
Yeah, I've experienced something different from the last few times.
care team will help your dependents through the grieving process, ensuring your final wishes are carried out efficiently and compassionately. All absolutely free. Your health service, your team.
Alright.
Welcome back. I am delighted to be joined by Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement. Welcome to the National Nightly News, Prime Ministers.
Oh, please, it's just Julia and Peter.
We don't believe much in titles. It doesn't seem very advanced.
We're delighted to be here.
Well, firstly, I should ask how you feel about the graffiti that's been springing up across the capital. Should we be worried?
Oh, no, you definitely shouldn't be worried.
Well, not unless you've got a fatal paint allergy anyway.
But yes, it does seem that there are still some people we haven't been able to help.
You know, whinges most, you know.
And people who've yet to benefit from the many advantages of the new future.
And you know, Megan, as my old mum used to say, there are some pissants who just don't know how to be.
We're working hard to reach these people, find out what they're angry about and how we can help. The door to my government is always open.
Someone's dripping on it.
But we didn't come here to talk about what may yet turn out to be some alternative arts project.
Which we no doubt will have funded.
When we want to talk to the nation about something far more exciting.
Yes, your office briefed us that you have an announcement to make, but they were being surprisingly secretive about it.
Let me ask you a question, Megan.
Okay, it's not usually how it works, but...
What scares you? I mean, really scares you?
It's death. She's talking about death.
We're all afraid of our deaths. It's part of being human.
Sorry, are you saying that advance have cured death?
That'd be a vote winner. Yeah, that's definitely a drop there.
But while we may not have cured death, we hope we found a way to make it much less scary.
And much less painful and much less expensive. Look, which is me close up, camera.
Oh,
okay?
sorry.
Which is me close up, camera. When I was 13, my mum came and got me from school. He was going to the hospital. My granddad, he'd collapsed that morning. So we'd all to say our goodbyes. And I went in to see him. He were all frail and pale. I was scared because I'd only seen him the week before, and he'd been fit as fiddle. And he said to me, Peter, he said, it's the right time. I don't ever want to be a burden to the people I live.
Was that the last time you saw him?
Nope, 3 days later he were back home. He lived with us for 9 miserable years after that. He had to be fed with a rubber spoon. He had a commode, so he'd just take a shit right there in the lounge while we were watching football. It wouldn't even wait till half time.
Sounds...
It was awful. Awful for us, and this is the point. It were awful for him. They could see it was destroying me, man, watching him slowly fade away, and he would beg her to turn off his breathing equipment at night, but she agreed to. Oh, she wouldn't. It were a crime, you see, and she didn't want to lose the children, as well as her old man.
No family should have to suffer like Peter's did. And now no family will have to. The health service is today opening the first of 300 new transition centres.
The transition centres will handle everything for your last days. The legal, financial, medical and emotional costs are all catered for and paid for by the government. So, even the poorest citizen gets to pass on with it dignity when they choose.
Choice is important. This is a service only for people who choose it. For people who feel they run their course and don't want to burden themselves or their families with a slow, long, humiliating decline.
Just giving me electric shock.
Are you okay?
I don't know. I think it's from my asshole.
Are you still on the air, Peter?
Yes. Sorry. My apologies.
Are you not worried that this new system might be open to abuse?
In what way?
Sorry. I've got a sack to get. Can I get a little bit of help here, please?
That the older generation might feel somewhat...
Just some raw shell face, fucker. That one was massive. Right, no, this bastard's coming off.
that the older generation might feel somewhat coerced.
Coerced into spending their final days eating gourmet food and drinking fine wine and luxury spas and gardens.
Look, I am perfectly capable of that grandmother with a rusty twat like that.
Prime Minister, please watch your language.
Go get yourself sorted out.
Right.
We're launching a government information film tonight. It should tell your viewers everything they need to know.
You really do move at a breathless pace. It's hard to believe you've yet to be in office in here.
Oh, Megan, we're only getting started.
And on that note, thank you so much for being here. Jeremy, for being here.
Right, yes, that's all we have time for tonight. Thank yous go out to our guests. Congratulations to all the winners at the Sports Board final. And we'll see you tomorrow night at the same time. My name's Jeremy Donaldson. If you can, have a peaceful night.
And we're out. Good job, everybody.
Well, that was unexpected. Especially given that I had electrical shocks disabled.
It's my nephew, so we transitioned on like that.
But whatevs. That's another broadcast in the books. Even though it's not clean. Didn't get full A+ marks like I was hoping. But that's essentially what I was hoping, given that I'm recording this on my phone, so... But I received my full wages and got my wealth changed to... sometimes splurging. Neil's Deals Limited went up, as did Pleasure Corp. And I am supporting both Advance and Disrupt. One thing that I am wondering that could happen in the lockdown episode coming up is that Julia or Peter's responses are going to change depending on how popular either Advance or Disrupt are. But I think I'm sticking with the more likely, to my mind, theory about Charlie joining the Advance Go-Getters initiative. But I know one thing. I am for sure going to get the musical Megan ending this time, since I supported Susie, but didn't support Chris or Charles. But unfortunately, this is where the episode is going to have to stop. I'll resume next time. But until I'm ready, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you. Bye!